Right, guys, welcome back to the GolfMagic YouTube channel. It has been a while. It's been far too long, a good week and a half, so I do apologise for that. But we're coming thick and fast towards the end of October and November with a lot of videos. Starting with this one today, the best beginner's irons of 2021. Now, I'm just going to go into my best beginner's iron of 2021 and talk about what you guys should expect with an iron that is targeted towards the people with a higher handicap. So, our best beginner's iron here at GolfMagic is the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max. This lovely iron here provides the player who is off a high handicap with so much forgiveness, but also a lot of distance, some exemplary feel, and just a really nice, affordable club. But what does all this mean? So this is quite an extensive test because I've tested a lot of these base beginners irons. They usually get released on a yearly cycle, such as the Sim 2, Callaway Apex, Cobra Rad Speed, and in all honesty, and I will say this to you now as a completely neutral reviewer, they are all quite similar to each other. So although the Sim 2 Max is our best beginner's iron of 2021, you're not going to be disappointed with any iron that you are going to purchase because all of the brands do have it pretty much spot on now for those beginner's irons. They provide a lot of offset, some stronger lofts, some good feel, and quite an affordable club as well. The Sim 2 Max here that I've got, there is a Sim 2 Max OS. I haven't chosen that, and I'll get into that in a bit, but that is still a very good iron. The Sim 2 Max, like all the Sim 2 metal woods, comes with this blue colorway, but it's mainly that chrome finish too. It is a nice looking club. It comes with that modernistic feel rather than going down Ping's route, which is a little bit more classical. TaylorMade are always a little bit more modern, more fresh. And you can see that with the design of the Sim 2. Looking down at it, this is a 7-iron that I've got, and it's got a large top line, it's got a lot of offset, and that's what a high handicapper should want. Something that you can see will offer you a lot of forgiveness on those off-center strikes. Now, the lofts of the Sim 2 Maxes are jacked up, they really are. I'll put the 7-iron loft on the screen for you now. And that's not a bad thing because usually when you get into the game, you're not going to be hitting the sweet spot every single time. So getting those jacked up lofts means you are going to hit it further. An example that I'll do here, I've got a 7-iron in my hand. I'm not expecting this to get 7-iron numbers. I've already hit a few, but I'm expecting this with the spin rate, with the overall distance, not to be that upper 7-iron. Probably more of a 6 or a 5-iron. As you can see there, getting 136 ball speed going out to 200 of a 7-iron. To be fair, I'll say for those actual numbers isn't too bad. That's now more like a 6-iron, but this club I can get out to about 215 yards if I want to. Now, with a beginner's iron, what you guys are going to be targeting towards are those off-center strikes because, let's be honest, anyone who is off of handicap 15 and above, they're not going to hit the sweet spot every single time. They're going to be more used to hitting it out of the toe and out of the heel. What these beginner's irons do is they really make that sweet spot as large as possible. And it makes it a lot more enjoyable to play golf with these clubs in comparison to a player's iron, because if you are hitting it out of the toe, which I'll try and do right now, you're still going to get good results. And because it's a nice forged club, the feel of it isn't going to be that gross. So that one there was out of the toe, really bad strike, that one. But although ball speed's down at 124, it's still gone 190 yards. And I couldn't have really struck that much worse. Yeah, I didn't hit the grooves of that one at all. And you see that's actually a pretty decent strike. With beginner's sets, one thing that I always want to look at them is I don't think they should be as expensive as, let's say, player's irons. Because when you get into the game and you're a beginner, you're not necessarily going to be using these clubs for 5, 10 years or so, because your aim, everyone's aim in golf, is to get better, is to improve. With these irons, yes, you could use them when you're a 36 handicapper, 28 handicapper, but once you get down to maybe that 15, 10 handicap range, you're probably going to be looking into a different set, the P790s, let's say. What I really like about the Sim 2 Maxes is, although they are targeted at those higher handicap players, I don't think I'd be too put off by using these myself, because although they have a lot of offset, they're not an ugly club. The Sim 2 Max OS is an ugly club. It's absolutely huge and offers as much forgiveness as possible. That, after about a year of using those, you probably get a little bit better and would want to use a different set of irons. The Sim 2 Max here, I can honestly recommend these to a 10, 15 handicapper. And I know a lot of people in the comments probably are using these and could even be off single figures. But there's always going to be an opportunity where you want to change your iron sets, especially with a higher handicap, you want to progress. And that's why beginner's iron sets shouldn't be as expensive as players' irons. I don't think they should break the bank. They shouldn't be the same as a new P790s, which were 1.2K. They should be a little bit cheaper, and they are. They are down that price range, usually less than £1,000. I'll put the price of the Sim 2 Maxes on the screen here for you, just to show that although obviously golf is expensive, that is still a lot of money. You will be using them for a good amount of time, and then you can invest, let's say in 4 or 5 years, in a player's iron. So that's why I think TaylorMade have got it spot on here with the Sim 2 Max, and also with the other irons that they've done in 2021 and 2020, because you can progress. You can look at the Sim 2 Maxes and think, once I get better, I'm going to use the P790s. I'm going to get a combo set. That isn't uncommon in a lot of brands. I'm not putting off any other brands. Let's say Callaway, Ping, Cobra, they all do this. Callaway with the Apex range, Ping G425, I59, Cobra Rad Speed Pro MBs. But I feel that TaylorMade's lineup with these beginner's irons and then going down is a little bit more complete. Let's hit one more, and hopefully I can pure it. There you go, that one there's gone 215 yards for a 7 iron. Low spin as you'd expect because the lofts are jacked up a bit. And I'll be honest with you guys, that wasn't the best strike, but it still went a long way. Let me know what you guys think of the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max irons. I know a lot of you guys like these, and I know a lot of brands do similar sets, but for us, because of the progressional approach of TaylorMade, because of this really just being a complete package, we think it is a #1 iron you should purchase if you're a beginner trying to get into the game. If you guys have enjoyed this video today, just looking at the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max iron and beginners irons in 2021, leave a like down below. And if you guys are new to the GolfMagic YouTube channel, hit the subscribe button down below to keep up to date with all of our videos. There's a lot more content coming here at King's Golf through the winter, a lot of very exciting product releases, so keep your eyes peeled on our YouTube page. I'll see you guys at the next video.